the Brandon economy is horrible when even vegans have to resort to taking the meat. Vegan restaurant hit by cost of living crisis said it'll start serving meat dishes because they aren't getting enough customers through the doors. Oops. I guess they underestimated how many of them there were, huh? Kind of like when companies appeal to the woke because they assume that there's a lot more of them because of how noisy they are. It's the same thing with vegans. People overestimate how much of the population is vegan because of how loud and obnoxious most of them are. Eventually, the economy catches up to them, though. The Mango Tree in Taunton, Somerset, closed on Saturday for renovations. It will reopen this autumn with a new updated menu, which will include meat. Disappointed customers have hit out saying veganism isn't a business venture. Yes. So if you think so, you'd have no problem with them shutting down then, right, to make a stand? The restaurant owners said they were left with no choice in order to remain open. A vegan restaurant has decided to put meat on the menu after being hit by a cost of living crisis, angering many customers who are saddened by the change. Now, if you are a vegan, what the fuck does it matter to you that the restaurant also serves other people as long as your vegan shit is still on the menu? Oh, right, because it's not about your personal choice. You want to force everyone else onto it too, don't you? The Mango Tree in Taunton, Somerset, closes doors on Saturday on renovations, including an updated menu, which will include meat. So they're not the only vegan restaurant to struggle in recent years due to lack of uptake, but those who love the plant-based values have hit out saying selling meat is worse than closing. Now, how funny would it be if they made money hand over fist now, just to show people which audience to cater to? The restaurant, however, insisted they were left with no choice and said the only other option was to close permanently. Ethics extended to the jobs and welfare of our wonderful team, to whom we owe a great deal and another chance. So you can't be selfish now. Can't be selfish. The restaurant announced in the near future, our restaurant will be undergoing an exciting period of change as we reimagine ourselves to offer Taunton community a new and exciting options to dine in and takeaway. All in the same location with the same team you know and love. The new restaurant will be serving a variety of dishes to accommodate a wide variety of dietary needs and preferences. Hospitality is increasingly tough, and continuing as a purely vegan restaurant has not been sustainable for a considerable amount of time as not enough customers support us. The changes will allow us to secure jobs of our wonderful team and allow us to continue offering Taunton delicious plant-based dishes that would otherwise have disappeared. And if the vegans are mad, maybe you should have put your money where your mouth is and supported them more. Yeah, but the change did not go down well with the vegan customers who said they're likely to lose their clientele. One person said, I see that you are including meat-based dishes. I echo the sadness of those who have commented. Perhaps taking up the menu, which as previously mentioned remained the same for the past few years, would have ensured repeat business from customers who value the Mango Tree and its ethos. But I guess it's not run by ethical vegans when remaining a veggie vegan restaurant isn't the priority. These are the customers you were appealing to, man. I hope you enjoy them. Worse than shutting down selling meat. I think they'll find meat is more expensive now, so good luck with that. Also, people who eat meat are willing to pay that extra price, by the way, unlike you guys. Surely you just go out of business rather than profit off the exploitation of animals. The owners can't be vegan. Projecting his own delusions on everybody else. It seems like they're likely to lose a lot of their original vegan clientele and probably not gain many more of the closed-minded omnis they're targeting if they're not so strongly associated with serving plant-based. Seems a lose-lose to me. Yeah, look in the mirror next time you call someone else closed-minded. I don't think any of us can judge or place labels on such situations at the moment unless we are directly in them ourselves. Okay, this one was actually a reasonable comment. Okay. Wasn't expecting a reasonable comments to be mixed in there. Another added, I love coming for its authenticity and plant-based values that justify the high prices, but now they're turning away from vegan values. They'll be like every other restaurant and more expensive, so I shall not be returning. Another said, this is a massive shame. It's been amazing to have a 100% vegan restaurant in Taunton. You didn't support it enough. Veganism isn't a business venture. It's an ethical philosophy that does the best for the animals, the planet, and public health. All right. Well, I hope everyone who provides you with product goes out of business then, because it's not a business venture and you have to get your own vegan shit. Now, yet another critic responded, I'm very saddened to hear this as someone who put so much energy into your restaurant. I understand entirely why you're doing this, but from a vegan standpoint, I would see this as an unethical practice. Yeah, how dare someone eat something I don't like in the same building as me? See, I don't give a fuck if someone at a restaurant I'm going to is eating a fucking salad. Why the hell do you care if I'm eating a burger? Now, it seems like they're likely to lose a lot of their original vegan clientele, probably not gain many more closed-minded omnivores they're targeting. Read that one earlier. In the reply, the restaurant said, despite lots of marketing, many special offers, offering dine-in and takeaway, introducing the use of home delivery partners, and working incredibly hard to be as efficient as possible, not enough of the local population who used us regularly enough to make continuing in the current format sustainable. So basically, all you guys talking shit right now, maybe you should have supported us more. We must move on with positivity and are determined to do so. The good attitude, at least they learned. The restaurant will reopen this autumn with no fixed date announced. It comes after a host of trendy vegan restaurants are forced to shut down in recent years due to lack of customers. Yeah, they fell for the propaganda. They thought that this was a bigger chunk of the population than they expected. Miami Burger, which sold 100% vegan burgers, closed in Reading, Berks in July of current year -3 after just 6 months. No surprise. Another vegan restaurant, 1847 in Manchester, closed down 3 months ago after 9 years. Now that's a surprise, lasting that long. Maybe they had some venture capital or something. Who knows? I got no clue. But point is, so the restaurant industry already is a very competitive industry. Like, I'm sure every single one of you listening right now, aren't you used to it by now in your local area? It's perfectly normal to see restaurants constantly closing, and then you have another restaurant open up in its place, and it might last a few years, and then it closes too, and then another one takes its place. Like that. That's just the restaurant industry. It's tough. And if you want to make yourself a vegan restaurant on top of that, that's like the Dark Souls of restaurants right there. Hugely competitive and microscopic margins. That is exactly right. And yet, that's the one thing everyone seems to want. Like almost everyone who wants to have their own business. Like, well, maybe I could open a restaurant. Yeah, you and 90% of the rest of the population. Good luck with that. You better have a damn good idea. Now, you know where there's money, oddly enough? Franchises.